guys, it's Sam, and these are my reading goals for the first half of 2023. So my previous video included a wrap up of my stats for 2022, and my last half of the year reading goals. Tally is making a bed with the blanket right now. Yeah, make it good. Okay, lay down. I don't think that that's good, but apparently she does. So anyway, if you missed that, go and check that out for my wrap up for the year. But this is focused a lot on my series goals. So I also did a video on my series goals and things. This is focused in for the first half of the year, mostly on finishing up series where I own most of the books, or it's going to be very easy to get the books to finish up some of these series that have one book left on them or one book left to catch up on, etc. So one of my overarching goals, and I don't exactly know how this is going to go, which is why I'm not setting it completely as a goal, but I've said this the last couple of years, I do want to read more sci-fi. However, I only have about 10, even with rereads, on my shelf currently. And since I have my 0x24 overarching TBR, which I will link out on the screen as well, that's my overarching goal for 2023 of reading every single book that's currently on my physical TBR. So of those, I think I only have about 10 sci-fi books. But if I make a ton of progress on that, then by the second half of the year I can read way more sci-fi. But I just want to say, generally speaking, I want to read more sci-fi. I read about 16 books this year. Again, I have about 10, so that'll for sure happen, but then I'll be able to add maybe some more in there as well. Fingers crossed. So for the actual books that I want to read this first half of the year. First is to finish the Scholomance series by Naomi Novik. So I own the second book. I will also likely buy the third book once I finish this one, but I want to set the goal for myself of not even just finishing it this year, but finishing it in the first half of the year. I also mentioned this in my series overview video, but at the end of the year I kind of decided to make this a bit of a goal or thing that I was going to do because I couldn't finish at the end of 2022. My second goal is to finish the Bonecryer's Moon series. So I'm going to have to reread Bonecryer's Moon and then read Bonecryer's Dawn because I tried to start Bonecryer's Dawn at the end of the year and didn't remember anything about it. But that is a goal for, again, beginning of the year. I don't really want to hold off on this. Then I'd like to finish the Foundry Side series. The final book, Locklands, is out, and I'm actually hoping to start it tonight after finishing these videos. So I have it from the library right now. I have it on ebook. I would like to finish it. This is the final book in the Foundry Side series by Robert Jackson Bennett. So that is one that I'm hoping to get to immediately. Then I want to continue and catch up with the Burning Kingdom series by Tasha Suri. I just read The Jasmine Throne in December, so I don't want to be holding off too long. You guys know my tendency on this series, so I want to catch up with this second book, The Oleander Sword, and then I'll be ready for whenever the third book comes out, which will hopefully be this year. Hopefully. That is the goal. I don't want to hang on to this too long. And then these are basically all of the series that I only have one book left on, and that is why I'm prioritizing these. Either I have one book left to finish or one book left to catch up, and they are currently physically on my TBR, which is why I'm prioritizing these the most. The final one, which is not out yet, well, as of the filming this video, by the time you watch this it might be out. I'm forgetting when it comes out. But that is the final book in the Last Hour series, The Chain of Thorns by Cassandra Clare, and this is one that, again, I just want to finish up. I don't want to have that last book looming over me and just not reading it the entire year. I will likely buy it, complete the series on my shelf, and read it right away. So again, these are all things that I am pretty confident I can do. These are not at all stretch goals by any means. My big stretch goal is the 0x24 TBR, but these are still things to keep me accountable. If I don't set some of these goals, I'll just forget if I'm mood reading, where this is hey, you have some goals here, let's do it. So that is what I am intending. We will see how I am doing halfway through the year when I update on these goals and see if I got them done. And then I think I'll know a little bit more about what's going on with my 0x24 TBR challenge. I don't want to make too many other goals as far as types of books I want to read, whatever, because it's so determined by what's already on my shelf right now. So I don't want to kind of screw myself over by doing that and then not being able to complete some of the goals. So by the middle of the year, I will hopefully see what the trajectory is and see if I can tweak some things, try to make some goals within different genres and things like that. I will continue to do these certain books I want to get read because that's a very successful method for me, but things might shift up a little bit at the middle of the year to kind of check in. So yeah, those are my 2023 beginning of the year reading goals. Comment below and let me know some of yours. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye.